Hi folks, welcome to AwkwardHamster. In this video I'm going to do a little comparison with 3 generations of the Apple iPhone. So the first one on the left, this one is the iPhone 3G, came out 4 years ago. In the middle we have the iPhone 4S, this came out last year, and this year's model is the iPhone 5. Now let's do a little speed test between the iPhone 4S and the iPhone 5 on AT&T's network. For the 4S I'm using the AT&T's 3G network, and for the iPhone 5 I'm on their LTE server. And in both tests, I am connected to the speed test server that's in New York, basically Manhattan. So let's start this. Immediately, you see a significant improvement on the LTE network versus the 3G network. That's 19 megabits down for the LTE and only 8.33 for the 3G. Going up wasn't that great. Going up on the LTE was 0.87 and going up on the 3G is 1.15. Next, I'm going to test the speeds of the JavaScript on each of the versions of the iPhone. So on the 3G, I'm just go ahead and start this. I'm going to start it again on the 4S and start on the 5. So while this is running, the iPhone 3G, I do not remember what CPU or what chipset this was using, but for the 4S, this one's using the A5, and as for the iPhone 5, this one's using the A6. The iPhone 5 has 1 gig of memory, whereas the 4S has 512. The 3G, well, I know it's going to be slow. It's still running the iOS 3 variant of the operating system. The 4S is still running the iOS 5, whereas the iPhone 5 is running the iOS 6, the newest version of the iOS operating system. Already, the iPhone 5 has finished. Now let's see how much longer it'll take before the iPhone 4S completes. Well, so while the iPhone 4S is still running, on the 5, it finished everything in 908.5 milliseconds. That's very good. That's a very good benchmark. Now for the iPhone 4S, it's still chugging away, and now it finished. So with the iPhone 4S, it finished in a total of 2268.8 milliseconds, which is back then last year it was not bad. It was considered fast last year. And for the iPhone 3G, well, I am not going to let this one finish. This is going to take minutes to complete. Alright, for a geek, it was great to see that the iPhone 5 has higher benchmarks with loading JavaScripts than an iPhone 4S or the iPhone 3G. But what about real world examples? So now I'm going to try my best to try to load the CNN homepage on the 3 devices at the same time. iPhone 5 loaded just a tad faster than the iPhone 4S, and the iPhone 3G, well, that's just too slow. Remember, all this is being tested on the Wi-Fi, so the internet speed on all of them are identical. This time we're going to try to load another mobile site. This one's dear to my heart. This one's awkwardhamster.com. And here we go. The speeds on the iPhone 4S and iPhone 5 very similar, comparable to each other. On the iPhone 3G, well, this is just too slow. Now let's try loading a website that's full of JavaScript and frames, and it's just basically a standard website that has not been optimized for the mobile web browser. So here I have 10 bargains. I'm going to try loading it all at the same time. Here is iPhone 5, pages up already, followed by iPhone 4S. And as for the iPhone 3G, well, it'll probably take another minute or so. But the iPhone 4S was just slightly behind the iPhone 5. Now I'm going to test the boot up speed on the 3 devices. So I'm going to try my best to start them all at the same time. Alright, and as a reminder, I'm running the iOS 3 on the iPhone 3G. On iPhone 4S, I'm running iOS 5, and on the iPhone 5, it's running iOS 6, and it's up already. That was about like what, 27 seconds? It's good. Let's see how long the iOS 4 running, iPhone 4S running the iOS 5 will take. And, well, this one has the A5 processor. It shouldn't take that long. All right, it's up. It took about 47. Oh, wow. The 3G was just a fraction, well, not a fraction, like 2 seconds behind the iPhone 4S. On both of these iPhones, I have loaded Angry Birds Seasons. Now I'm going to kick them off, and I want to see which one loads the fastest. On the iPhone 5, the splash screen has already loaded. On the 4S, now it's about a second, 2 seconds behind the iPhone 5. Thanks for watching Awkward Hamster. Please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe.